Here's another home improvement tip from Todd and Todd.
Todd and I are out here in Oconomowoc on a window job that started as a siding job. Todd helped this customer. Can you explain what happened?
Yeah, Todd, I came out here to help the customer get siding for their home. They were originally concerned with a little bit of rot that they had around one of the door frames on their house, and they said, you know, if we're going to take a look at how are we going to fix this rotten wood around our doors, maybe we should take a look at getting siding done right away. So I came out here and helped them. We placed an order for siding. When our installation crews got out here and started to get the old siding torn off, they were taking aluminum trim off of the windows, and really here's what we found. We found that each of the windows, Todd, on the home had rotten sills and jambs where they came together. And it's really not that uncommon that we find situations like that, is it?
Well, it's interesting here because these are actually replacement windows, right? These were done 9 years ago. The house is 18 years old. The vinyl replacement windows went in 9 years ago in what's called a pocket installation. Then they had somebody come back and trim the woodwork around the outside, so that was hidden, but underneath that wood was starting to rot, wasn't it?
Right. I'll tell you, Todd, this is kind of a lesson for the homeowners out there, that what the customer saw before replacing the windows is that they had some rotting issues on the cedar trim that went around the perimeter. They had taken it off, put brand new cedar on, repainted it, but then they thought, you know what, we've got some drafts with the windows too, let's take care of it. When the company come out and replaced the windows and that aluminum trim was covered, it didn't take long. Another 9 years after they had identified that some wood was already deteriorating and rotting, 9 years later, this is what we're left with. I mean, it really happened in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this is the actual original frame of the original window is just completely shot. And you can never cover this kind of rotting material because it's going to continue to rot underneath the aluminum trim.
You know, Todd, if you think about it this way, it's almost like a cavity that you'd get in your tooth, right? I mean, you wouldn't go to the dentist and say, you know, I got a lot of pain here, I've got a cavity, and he says, yeah, you do. Let's go ahead and cover that cavity. We know that it would continue to rot away underneath, and eventually you'd have to have that tooth extracted. A lot of money and probably a lot of pain.
And that's what this homeowner's having to do now. They're having to do this twice. They're having to replace the windows that they replaced already 9 years ago, and now they're going to do it right. They're going to do what's called a full frame installation, which is something that WeatherTight specializes in. What we're going to do, we're going to show you, we're not only going to take the windows out, but we're going to also take the frame out that's rotted and get back down to the rough opening. And the new window that we're going to put in has a vinyl brick mold and is not subject to that kind of rotting. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at what we're going to do.
Okay, Todd, here's where we're at. What the guys had already done is they've taken the window out, not only the replacement window vinyl frame, but also the main frame, the jambs and the sill of the old window that was attached to it. Once we got that out, you know, we wanted to get past that rotted wood, but what did we find?
Well, we actually found that the water had soaked through the actual frame of the window down into the subsill and had done damage and rotted out the subsill as well. This is soaking wet.
A lot of moisture there, yeah.
Right, it's soaked through this and into the wall cavity. Luckily, we caught this in time, Todd, before it did severe damage to the wall and the foundation.
Right, so what we did, Todd, when we pulled out that rotted piece, we actually wanted to go past, just like that analogy we talked about before with the cavity, we went past the rotted part, so we've got a brand new piece of wood here, and now it's pretty simple. Our guys are gonna pick up the window, we're gonna watch what they're doing, but they're actually gonna do back caulking along the siding, around the perimeter of the window, so that when they put the window in place, it's actually going to be sealed against the outside for both air and water infiltration. On the inside of the house, Todd, do you want to describe how that's going to end up?
Well, on the inside, what we're going to do is we're going to be installing a custom-made interior casing that was prefabricated in a specialty wood shop and made specifically for this particular opening. So once we get the window installed, we're able, just in 90 seconds, we're able to slide that new interior casing in, and we basically have a finished job. There's no more staining or painting or anything that has to be done on the interior.
Well, Todd, the installation's completed and turned out just beautiful, didn't it?
It's really gorgeous. We took out all that rotted wood. That's gone. We don't have to worry about that. Now we have a vinyl brick mold that's permanent. We never have to change that. It's not going to rot, no matter how much snow and ice and water gets to it. It's a finished product.
Yeah, we've really got the solution, don't we?
We do.
Okay, you know, if you're taking a look at the windows in your home, whether or not you have replacement windows already or if you have original wood windows, if you see signs of water damage to that wood, just be cautious. It might extend beyond there. You may even have some rot in those original jambs and sills. So if you'd like to get additional information from WeatherTight, just fill out the form right here on the website.